Shalom, shalom. And first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honor to the elder apostles and elder bishops, great millstone, who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim who pushing his gospel in truth and in sincerity to the best of their ability, given to them by Yahweh Bahashem Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh Bahashem Shai, Lord willing, fall upon all your houses. So Brother Quan Wath come back at you, Lord will, with the edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Shai. But as you see right here, man, it says China is building a robot army, right? It says here's the video. Now, we're not going to ultimately watch the video, but if you scroll down, you look, the video's right here, and you can see that there's hundreds of robots, just basically, posted up, waiting for their command. And I was watching the elder brother Maya Ka'ala, which is his YouTube channel, GMS Inspiration and Motivation, right? Beautiful brother, man, through the spirit, man, very wise brother too, but he was ultimately, he played a video right in the beginning of, basically, I can't remember what army it was, but this man, obviously, was part of a military, and he had this ball, and he rolled it down, an area. They were doing training. You could see they were doing training, right? Because it was videotaped and everything like that. There was no live ammunition, or, it wasn't a real scenario, right? But nonetheless, it was a training video that ultimately showed you that they have these balls, right? Big metalish looking balls that they roll down, and it has cameras, and it basically, guides whoever, is controlling it, guides them to wherever they need to go in order to, without having to go around the corner. It could basically be their eyes without having to look, right? Warn them, or, whatever it does, man, which you can go watch that, brother. It's his most recent, his news, News, Madness, Prophecy, and so on and so forth. This is what was the title of that lesson, which he did earlier today. But yeah, man, so they got a lot of going on. And one of the statements that he made was, Jake is not ready, man. Jake isn't ready, right? So he got 3 words, man. Jake isn't ready. And I wholly believe that, man. Jake is not ready for what's coming, man. And like I said, I'm not going to play the video. But you could see, like, when you go into this article and you read it, that basically these dogs are these robot dogs are able to do anything, right? They can walk stably on rugged terrain, right? They could basically run. They could basically, they could jump, they can have, guns mounted to them, right? So you got all these things going on, as far as technology basically moving towards, the MOTB, right? Because when the MOTB basically, is rolled out, when Esau Edom, comes down having great wrath, which is prophesied in Revelations 12:12, when the damn devil comes down having great wrath, and what's going to happen? He's going to bring out all this new technology, man, right? All this new advancement in technology, basically to force you people to take his Karagba, man, and this is what's going on, and I'm not going to read too much of this, but it says right here, the dog-like robot also has a number of special movements, including fast running, backwards running, side-to-side movements, creeping forward, rollover, jumping, backflip, obstacle crossing, obstacle avoidance, and more, right? So these things they're advanced, man, right? It says right here, additionally, Alien Go is what it's called, right? Alien Go, right, can detect human posture and has facial recognition, man, right? Come on, man. Right? It says the color camera can identify the specific posture of the person and conduct human-machine interaction. The robot can make corresponding movements according to different body postures. The website continues. So let this robot, this dog robot, or whatever, whatever robot is around, have a gun mounted to it, right? If it feels, that your posture is threatening, what could happen? It could very well, fire that gun at you, killing you, man. This is what they're creating, and they're mass producing these things, man. Mass producing these robots, right? And specifically for this time, right? The Lord Yahweh Shem Shai isn't going to have something be created for no reason, right? He's going to have it created for a specific time, and that specific time is going into Jacob's trouble, man, right? And it doesn't just stop there, man. And that's beautiful, man, because when you look at it, brothers was going into, Agenda 21, right? And how these damn devils, they throw that out there, right? They'll throw certain lingo out there, which goes right over your people's heads. But we understand, right? You go into this right here, it says Lieutenant General Michael Groen of the Joint Artificial Intelligence Center warned last year that China is ramping up its efforts to dominate the AI space by 2030, right? Agenda 21 is also called what? Agenda 2030, man. So this is all part of that whole agenda to basically, rule the world, man. This is what these elites want. They want to be able to rule the world, really forever, man. Which ultimately goes into that Deuteronomy, the 15th chapter, the 17th verse, going into that owl, right? That if he thrusts it through his ear, he shall be his servant forever. Esau's trying to be, to have you people in a forever servant, or captive state, man, right? To be your leader, to be your oppressor, to be your king forever. That's basically what he wants to do, right? But nonetheless, it doesn't just stop in China, man. There's another article, in these articles, I looked at a couple days ago, but nonetheless, America's trying to do the same thing, right? It says U.S. military to officially get Microsoft combat goggles worth $21.9 billion, right? And these goggles can do damn near anything. They can see through walls. They can see around corners, right? All these different things, right? I remember the brother Yawana, he made a video, maybe I want to say like a year and some change back, going into these goggles, man, and that article that he brought out was unbelievably detailed on what they're able to do. Now you read this article and it goes into some things, right? But it doesn't go in and, super deep on what these goggles are able to do, right? Right, let's read this a little bit right here. It says these augmented reality goggles, which are a modified version of the HoloLens eyewear, give user a heads-up display or a hologram that is projected over their environment and provides more information on what they can already see, right? So it breaks it down, man. It gets them. When you're playing Black Ops, you got the little map in the corner, man. It's called your HUD display, heads-up display, HUD display, man. And that's gonna, it's basically when they put these goggles on, they're gonna have that, man. And they might, it might even, scan the land that's in front of them and say, okay, well, and give them, basically, suggestions or advice or tactical advice or whatever it may be. Or somebody, or it can detect sound, on an amplified level, right? Say, hey, somebody's coming down this hallway 100 meters in front of you, right? So they already prepared for it, right? It gives them an advantage, right? To what's coming, to whoever's coming or whoever's trying to harm them or whatever it may be, right? So this is what's happening. This is what's going on around the world, man. As far as, technological advances, right? We ultimately understand, right? We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. He's not creating these just for no reason, just to, beef up his military, just for his military to just sit there and not do shit. No, he's beefing his technology up, right? All across the world, right, to ultimately, prepare for Revelations 13 and 16, right? Prepare for, Revelations 3 and 10, right? That hour of temptation, which is to come upon the whole world, right? And this is why, the prophets are constantly out there on the highways and byways, constantly doing video epistles such as this, to warn you, right? As we're commanded, right? I'll grab that real quick. Right here, right? This is Ezekiel. Ezekiel 3 and verse 17, right? As it says, right? Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel, right? So you got all these prophets out here, which are aforetime called seers, right? Because they are to watch, look, watch, and to ultimately give you a warning of what is to come to pass. That's what prophesy means. Prophesy means to say before, right? It means you're saying this is what's going to happen before it happens, which is ultimately a warning, right? An alarm, so to speak, right? We're sounding that alarm, blowing that trumpet, letting you people know this is what's coming. This is what the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai said was coming, right? This is what's happening, in the world. And then we're comparing those things together and saying, hey, everything the Lord said was going to come to pass is coming to pass. So now is the time to prepare. Now is the time to get ready. Now is the time to turn to Yahweh Shemel Shai, right? Ezekiel 3 and 17, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. And that's exactly what we're doing, man. We're telling you people to turn to Yahweh Shem El Shai, right? and don't wait till the last minute. Scriptures say, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, man. Because at the last minute, it could be when Esau Edom's kicking open that door, with those robot dogs, and his new goggles or whatever it may be, his new weapons, whatever he's creating, that hasn't been brought out yet, right? And your ass is already dead, man, So this is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 1. It says, remember now the Creator in thy days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Right, get this while you can. Seek the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai while he may be found, man. Scriptures also say, what is that, second Esdras, 15th or 16th chapter, where it says, make ye ready to the battle, man. Meaning, it's not talking about a physical battle like you going to war. As the elder Maya Ka'ala had broke down in his video as well. It's not saying teach your family like what Esau does. Teach his daughters how to break down and reassemble a gun or you know what I mean, or to go out and practice being a sharpshooter. No, scriptures say that strive for the truth, right, and the Lord shall fight for thee, man. So you come to your power, man. Get to know your power, right? Serve Yahweh Shem El Shai to the best of your ability now, so that way in the time of trouble, the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai will fight for you, man. The Lord is our shield and our buckler, man. He's our offense and our defense, man. And we have to ultimately get to know his plays, man, on how that playbook, man, his playbook, right, to the best of our ability, man. Otherwise we're gonna be assed out, man. Because everyone that doesn't take heed to Yahweh Shem El Shai are going to be bowed down to the slaughter, right? Let's grab that real quick. Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 12, right? It says, Isaiah 65 verse 12, it says, therefore will I number you to the sword. And that sword is symbolic, just for judgment, right? In different forms of judgment, right? So it could be pestilence, right? It could be storms, it could be earthquakes, whatever it may be, right? That ultimately bring forth death, right? Or it could be famine, right? Which is what we're starting to see, starting to really take hold of the world, right? Famine starting to take place, right? As well as blackouts, right? These blackouts are going to take place. They let the energy grid shut down completely. There's a lot of people that are in these hospitals that are attached to these monitors or heart machines or wherever it may be, that are ultimately going to die because of this this energy blackout or this this climate lockdown that's soon to come, right? Or as the scriptures say, Esau Edom is the sword of the Most High, man. Psalms 17 and 13. So very well it could be Esau, right? Or it could be those ICBM nuclear missiles, which is also called the sword in Isaiah the 34th chapter, right? So there could be many different forms of judgment, right? But nonetheless, the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai is going to number those that don't listen, that don't take heed to those judgments, man. Right? It says, therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, right? So when Esau Edom comes in, let him be that one that the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai is bowing you down to, right? Him being that sword, right? Him coming in and using his sword, the blessing, right, against you. Hey, it's going to be a mass slaughter, man. Blood all over the walls, pools of blood on the ground, right? Men, women, children, doesn't matter who, is going to have to deal with that, man. And you don't want or you shouldn't want to have to go through that, man. So in order for you to avoid, that situation, what do? You take heed to the law, statutes, commandments now, take heed to his prophets now, so that way you're not destroyed from among the people, as it says in Acts 3 and 23, right? It says, because when I called, you did not answer. How was the Lord calling? He's calling through his prophets, right? He speaks through the ministry of the prophets, right? So he's calling, he's saying he has his men out there on the highways and byways, trying to bid those that will listen, those that will hear, to the marriage, man. Which we understand, right? Oh, this whole truth is only for the elect at this present time, right? It's only for the elect, because only the elect are the ones that are going to take heed, right? So we're not worried about everybody else, right? We understand that that there are some that are born in vain, right? Majority are born in vain, right? They're going to have to know by death by pain, right? So it is what it is, right? But nonetheless, this is what we're still doing, and that we're getting you people's blood off our hands, So therefore, if we get your blood off our hand, then it's on you for not listening. It's on you for not taking heed to that, picking up that phone when you hear that phone ring, right? The phone green, I pick it up and I say hello, right? You people ain't pinking it up nor saying yellow, right? But the phone greening, man. It's ringing, you know? It says, because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes and did choose that wherein I delighted not. That's right, man. Continue to follow in the ways of the damn devil, man. Right? Continue to follow in the ways of evil, right? Continue to be wickedness, right? Continue to do all these abominable acts, man. Right? So therefore, the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is going to punish you for those things, man. You know? And you people have something, coming, man. Something real, grievous, right, coming for you people, man. Right? Scriptures say that in the last days, perilous time shall come. You go into that word perilous, it goes into what, man? It goes into injurious or full of death, man. A lot of you people are going to be dying, man, because you don't have that hedge of protection around you, man. You know, you don't. Therefore, you're gonna have to perish, man. You know, what does the Lord say, man? He's gonna laugh when your fear cometh. Matter of fact, let's grab that. It's for I think it's like 24th verse. This is Proverbs 21, and I'll start at verse 22. It says, "How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge? Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you." Right, man. And many times the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai constantly put out there saying, because I have called, right, or because because you denied my prophets, right? He rose up B times and sending them early, right? Having mercy on the people, right? But sending his prophets out there, letting you know that he is calling, letting you know what's coming abroad, right? But you people don't want to listen, man. It says, because I have called and you refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded, because you have set at naught all my counsel and with none of my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. Right, man. And the Lord is saying, you know what? I gave you a chance. I'm giving you a chance. The prophets are constantly telling you what's coming, but you don't want to take heed. Therefore, you know what? Fuck you. Right? And that's a spirit that, we're all going to be in when time comes, man, because we've been telling you, right? The spirit that Jeremiah was in Jeremiah, the 10th chapter, right? Because you don't want to call, because you want to continuously mock us, mock the Lord, right? Really mocking the Lord. You're not really mocking us, because coming in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, right? So if you mocking us, you're really mocking the Most High, right? So you mocking the Most High, misusing his prophets and so on and so forth. Hey, what's going to happen, man? The Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is going to put the spirit on the prophets and say, you know what? Cool. Hey, well, fuck you then. Let the famine come upon you and your children. Let Esau Edom come upon you and your children, man. The Lord's not gonna give a fuck. So why would we give a fuck, man? Just gonna be like that king when Samaria, in the siege of Samaria, when Samaria was ultimately, that had that famine and everything going on. And what the king said to those two women, right, or to that woman, he said, "What if the Lord can't help you? What makes you think I'm gonna help you?" Roughly paraphrasing what he said, man. So you're kind of assed out, man. If the Lord ain't gonna help you, we damn sure ain't gonna help you, man. And we've been trying to help you, right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, we've been warning you, we've been telling you to get ready, but you don't want to get ready. Therefore, we're gonna be in the same spirit as the Most High, man. When that shit comes upon you, we're gonna laugh at you, man. We're gonna mock you and say, "Hey, where's your God? Right? Where's your God when where's JC when this shit was coming upon you, man?" We're calling upon the true names of, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, the Heavenly Father Yahweh, and His only beloved begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Right? We're calling upon the true power in His true Son, man. That's it. We don't call upon no other name, man. We call upon the true names of the Heavenly Father and His only beloved begotten Son, man. Right? So y'all have the wrong names, man. We're telling y'all, man. We believe that through faith, man. Right? But time's gonna tell. Time is gonna tell, man, who has the true power and who doesn't, man. And you 2/3 are fucked, man. You 2/3 are fucked, man. So it's either you take heed now, or your ass is grass, man. Let me grab this one last scripture, man. Isaiah 55 and verse 11, Slakia verse 16, Slakia verse 6. Isaiah 55 and 6. Seek ye the Lord while you may be found. Call ye upon Him while He is near. Right, man. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akiman who pushing his gospel and truth and his sincerity to the best of your ability given, the best of the ability given to them by Yahweh Shem Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election Yahweh Shem Shai, Lord willing, upon Yahweh. We'll say shalom until next time.